Am I the jerk for telling my sister-in-law I won't change my 4-month-old daughter's name for her? I gave birth to my daughter, Ember, 4 months ago. My husband and I both loved her name, and that's how it was chosen. We announced the day she was born, and nobody said anything negative or gave a reason for us not to use it then. I say this because 3 days ago, my sister-in-law, who is married to my brother, sat me down and asked me to change the name because it's the name of her stillborn daughter she had with her ex-husband 7 years ago. She told me she tried to keep it quiet, but she couldn't let me keep calling my daughter Ember because it's such a painful reminder for her. She told me she really feels like we should change her name. I gently told sister-in-law that my daughter was 4 months old and her name is on the birth certificate and it would cost us to change it. So we will not. She told me she tried so hard not to say anything, and the fact she did eventually break and bring this up should show how hard this is for her and make me more willing to change the name for her sake. I told my husband about it afterward, and he felt the same way I did. He told me it seemed like a weak excuse to wait 4, almost 5 months, to tell us when she had the chance long before this. My brother found out about the conversation with his wife, and he reached out and told me she mentioned it to him 2 months ago, and that she was battling with asking us to change the name since, but he understands why I said no and supports the decision. Yesterday, she reached out to me again and asked me if we had decided on a new name yet, and I told her my answer is still no. And she asked why, and I told her she waited 4 months to tell us. She became very angry very quickly and told me if she had lost my niece, my response would be different. And I should see this as her losing my niece because she would have been if she were alive. She also told me my daughter is going to grow up always hearing about the cousin I gave her the same name as, and that I should reconsider before burdening my daughter with that. She told me a good person with good morals would. I should also mention, I knew she had suffered a pregnancy loss, but it was implied she had a miscarriage far earlier and not a stillborn child. I never knew the name or sex, and I never ever heard her use a name for her daughter. Am I the jerk?